Good morning, everybody. It's October 4th. Kelly and I are out here for another hike, knock off some more of the Appalachian Trail. After today, we should be maybe around 90 miles left to go. We'll give you a total at the end. So yeah, we're up here at the Bethel area of Pennsylvania. We're going to be doing probably about a 13-mile hike. Should be coming across some interesting things along the way. Going to cook a hot lunch. I'll throw up on the map right now where we're at and where we plan to go. So yeah, we're thinking it'll be about a 13-mile hike. We're going to do the Showers 500 steps. This is a little side trail. We should be coming across a pretty cool campsite with a pond and waterfall and the highest point in Berks County. So we're going to go check it out. So we'll check in along the way. So we started this morning at the parking area at Route 645, Geary Wolfe Rd. We walked 2 miles. We just passed the Kimmel Lookout area. Now we're crossing Pennsylvania Route 501, and we'll continue north on the Appalachian Trail from here. All right, guys, we made it to the Showers 500 steps, that lookout that we just passed. That's actually called Roundhead, and it's not as good of a lookout as it used to be, but the little history behind these steps here. Don't remember the gentleman's first name, but Mr. Showers, when the Appalachian Trail first was being constructed through the area back here in the 1920s, it didn't include this Roundhead lookout, and Mr. Showers thought that was such a travesty that he took it upon himself to build this connector trail that leads down to Route 501, and it's called 500 steps. I think it used to be in a lot better shape than it is now, with maybe it used to look like steps, I'm not sure, but it goes down to 501, so we're going to walk down it and then walk back up just for a little, just to see what it is, and we'll get back up then. But yeah, eventually the rerouting of the Appalachian Trail, it ended up including that round head lookout anyway. But I heard that there was a lot of trees that grew and stuff, so the lookout isn't what it used to be back then. But that's a little history lesson on these steps as Kelly almost slips. So yeah, I'm going to put the camera away. I'm going to try to keep my hands free for balance here and stuff, and we'll probably check in when we get down to the bottom. Alright guys, we're making our way down these steps. Yeah, they're not in the best shape, and this is very steep. So anybody with any type of mobility issues, definitely don't do this. Looks like we're coming up upon a pretty cool looking boulder field down here. But yeah, this is just steep. They are, and I can kind of see why they call it steps. They're somewhat like steps, but you got to really watch where you're putting your feet.
That way or this way?
I think the right side looks easier.
This looks like it's gonna slip. Like that.
I'll go the other way. Well, these are the steps here in the center, I think.
This dirt's just so loose, I feel like I'm gonna slip.
Of the way here. I don't think we're gonna walk the whole way down to the road. I mean, the difficulty part of the trail is over. It's just kind of like this now, but probably about when you get 3/4 of the way up, maybe 2/3 of the way up, that last third or quarter is really difficult with your footing. It's probably close to, I bet, a 45-degree angle or more, and loose rock. Kelly took a spill, so we're going to go back up. We'll try to, we'll try to capture the steepness of it on video as we're going up. But we're going to just we made it down here to the monument. It's not really much to see at this point, so we're going to turn around and head back up. So we'll check in when we get there.
If you're interested in doing the 500 steps, I would say don't do it. It's not worth it. The ground is very loose, and you slide on the loose dirt and rocks and stone. And I slid and I kept sliding, and I couldn't stop. Seen it, won't ever do it again. just got done doing the 500 steps, and I honestly wouldn't recommend it. I took a pretty big slide and fall. It was just a lot of loose dirt. Stones and rocks were just all loose. And I just felt like I was gonna slip or a rock was gonna fall. I wouldn't recommend it. I thought it was just, the ground was too unsteady and it was just dangerous. If I came back, I wouldn't do it again. I didn't like it. I was scared. Anyway, we're on our way. Another thing about the 500 steps, I don't even think they were steps. It was just basically climbing up and down a loose boulder field, in my opinion. I didn't see any steps. Just loose rock. Just my take on it. Stumbled upon something exciting which we haven't seen in a long time. Since when, Mike?
Since the spring, probably.
Where were we at when
I don't remember. That was, I don't know.
If you guys can remember the part of the Appalachian Trail where we were finding all these weird cryptic notes attached to like trees. Well, look what we found. Here's another one. Let's open it up and see if it says the same thing.
Yeah, I can already tell it does.
Looks fairly new too. Not wet at all, anything. Yeah, I remember start with the secret societies thing.
It's the same as last time.
Same as last time. That makes
0 cents.
0 cents.
Yeah.
But they're still out there. On our way, we're hoping to get to this campsite soon so we can cook up our hot dogs. We're hungry. It's been, I'm going to say that the hike has been moderate to hard. Definitely not because of the elevation. It's because it's just constant rocks. The terrain, you have to constantly be watching your footing. I feel like I'm getting beat up on this hike. I fell, I twisted my ankle pretty bad. Just a section that's really rocky. But we'll soon have lunch break. We'll show you what the campsite looks like. Some woman we were talking to at the overlook where the 500 steps were, she must have camped there, and she said the campsite was just polluted with garbage. Piles of garbage everywhere. I guess people disrespecting the campsite. So I guess we'll find out when we get there if it's polluted with garbage or not.
Alright, we made it down here to Hertlein Camsite. And yeah, this is pitiful. This had the trash down here. There's just crap everywhere. Tents left behind. Trash. If you can't pack it out with you, don't bring it in. That just really makes me mad. Could be a really beautiful place. But that's people for you. So here's the pond and stuff and the waterfall. We'll go check this out. People do swim in here, I heard. There's some fish. I don't know if it'll show up on camera. I just see some trout swimming in there. The water actually does look pretty clear. I mean, I can probably see down to the bottom here where I'm standing, probably at least 6 to 8 feet. So the water's probably definitely clean mountain water. Then it comes down here in the to the waterfall. So yeah, really nice place. It's just a pity with all that trash. Alright guys, I did look up the history on this place before we went on this hike. So this is actually a man-made dam. Back in the early 1900s, they dammed up this mountain stream to try to create electric for the towns below. So the dam looks like it's still in really good shape. But anyway, a group of guys, they formed this company called the Blue Mountain Electric Company, built this dam, and the way it works is they dammed up the stream, and there's a whole bunch of pipes underneath here running down to the bottom of the mountain, and the amount of pressure that the water has when it gets down to the bottom, it's enough to spin a turbine or whatever, and that gave electric to the few little mountain towns around here back in the early 1900s. So it was way ahead of its time as far as innovative engineering for creating hydroelectric power, but still standing to this day, over 100 years old. So pretty interesting, pretty cool. Put some onions on it. Alright, so we almost walked right by this high point. If you're heading northbound, you would be taking a right to get back here. So we're going to go check it out. It's only 0.1, so... Alright, looks like we made it. Watch out for holes in our leaves. Alright, Berks County. Whoa. Uneven rock there. Berks County, highest point. 1,690 feet. Kelly made it. Yeah, I don't know how high that relates to the other areas around here. Alright guys, we're just about done. We're, I don't know, about 1/8 of a mile from the parking lot. We just got to walk down this road to it. But yeah, we ended up going about 13.5 miles today. Seemed, in my opinion, it was a pretty difficult hike. I feel like we're pretty drained of energy, but we got these mileage knocked off, so we have about 90 miles left to go till we finish Pennsylvania. So that'll be in about 2 weeks. So yeah, what do you think, Kelly?
I thought the terrain was difficult today. So it was a lot of like small and medium rocks like the entire way, so it really took a toll on your feet. Nothing really bad with elevation, it was just the constant walking on the rocks, but we saw a lot of neat things, chipped away at it.
Yeah, I think the reason that I'm saying it's difficult is mainly just the terrain. Our feet feel like they're just beat up, but
fell a lot.
Yeah.
Well, tripped a lot and fell.
But yeah, we'll get over it. So we'll be out here in another couple weeks. We're going to start here where we're stopping and keep heading north. So we will see you then.
Bye.